YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what's going on? What's happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so smell good family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy and positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel. All right, so hopefully everyone is doing well. I truly hope so. Hopefully everyone is doing great. All right, so today's video was inspired. I got hit with quite a few comments for requesting more masculine scents, masculine scent profile. So I got to thinking, I've been doing something where I've been saying certain fragrances are not for the weak at heart. And today we have 8 fragrances that are not for the weak at heart. These are not for everybody. These are very masculine. They're very strong. Their profiles are very identifiable. Not to necessarily say that somebody will know what it is, but it will be picked up. It will be picked up in the air, whether they say something to you or not. What I mean by that, compliment or what are you wearing, you know, stuff like that if you're out and about in the world. So we got it right here, 8 fragrances that are not for the weak at heart. Again, these are not for everybody. I highly recommend sampling before blind buying not only any of these 8 fragrances, but anything that I talk about that you haven't got your nose on. I cannot stress it enough. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Up first, I really love this fragrance. I'm so grateful I got this for our anniversary gift. My wife blessed me with this for our 10-year anniversary this past year from the house of Nishan. We have Papy Leo. This is a very interesting DNA that I'm super attracted to, man. Spicy, balsamic, earthy style of a fragrance, blended so beautifully, so beautifully. This is really my speed when I'm really decked out from head to toe. Like when I'm really feeling like himothy. Like when I'm, himothy, him, me, that, you, anybody who's feeling confident in themselves, this makes me feel that way. But the profile is very intentional. And what I mean by that is, when I wear this or any of these, there is an intent behind it that I am feeling very strong, very confident. Just the way that I'm really prepared to carry myself throughout the day by wearing a scent like this. To some of the people's noses, it may come off as interesting, or it may come off as something that somebody might say, oh, it smells nice, but I would not wear that. This is what I get from that. Now, to an enthusiast or somebody who's been into fragrances for quite a bit, hey, maybe your nose will do something different and allow you to appreciate and want to wear it and experience like it did for me. So this was a total blind buy. My wife bought this for me because I was super interested. When I got my nose on it, I couldn't be happier. This stuff is awesome, but it is not for everybody, not for the weak at heart. From the house of Nishan, we have Papy Leo. Papy Leo. All right, up next, oh boy. This right here is one of the kings of my collection, and it is a powerful fragrance, but it is masculine, it is strong, it is tough. From the house of Amouage, we have Ino Black Iris. The Blue Beast, as it is called. This is one of my favorite looking bottles in my collection. I love what Amouage does with their bottles. It's so beautiful, man. I really, really enjoy it. But they call this the Blue Beast for a reason. There is a orris root in here, that's iris, that's accompanied by some leathers, some ouds, a bevy amount of spices of different varieties that are in this fragrance. This is literally a 2-spray fragrance. I wouldn't recommend. I will have this bottle for the rest of my life, no brainer. And down here in Florida, we don't get that much cold air. We may get some 30-degree weather a few times, and I'm pulling it out. I'm wearing it, but this is strong, it is intense, it is beastly, but it smells so good. This is something, again, if you're put together, you are confident in yourself, whether you're going to the office or you're moving out and about, wearing something like this is going to command some type of attention. I just can't see how it couldn't. But this is not blind buy safe. It is not. It is interesting, it is strong, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Spicy, some leather, some oud, some iris, which I'm a huge fan of. It's great. From the house of Amouage, not for the weak at heart, we have Ino Black Iris, aka the Blue Beast. This stuff is awesome. All right, up next, this fragrance really, this is really where the term not for the weak started on this channel, because it is, this is indeed not for the weak. From the house of Terod O Intent V, we have Terod O Intent V. Man, oh man. So with me being a big fan of the original Terod O Intent V, huge fan of the DNA, I really enjoy it, I really love it. This right here takes it up and intensifies it, as it says in the name of the fragrance. So you still get that bitter orange, you still get that earthy vetiver in here. There's nothing sweet, there's nothing mainstream about this fragrance in any way. This is one of my favorites to wear to the office during the fall and during the spring, because it's more intensified than the EDT, so it just works in the element. So if you're a vetiver fan, you're a bitter citrus fan, spices, this is something to really look into. This is what I call niche designer niche, all right? Because this is a designer fragrance, but definitely has niche level DNA, what it's made out of, and the quality is really superb. Not for the weak at heart. From the house of Terod O Intent V, we have O Intent Vetiver. O Intent Vetiver. This stuff is awesome to me. I enjoy it. Up next, more interesting fragrances, and with me being a fan of rose, this really took me aback, and it took me time to experience it, and I learned to love it. At first, I liked it. I thought it was cool, but now I love it. From the house of Gucci. That's right. We have Gucci Guilty EDP. This is one of the more interesting rose fragrances in my collection, because you do get a nice note of rose, but there's spices in here, from a chili pepper note. It's balsamic, and there's a balsamic vinegar note in here as well. Very interesting, very complex from the designer world. Now, in the opening, I do get a synthetic feel and a synthetic vibe, but it dies away very, very quickly. But once this thing starts to dry down, it stays interesting, and it's kind of weird. So the balsamic, vinegar, rose, and chili pepper combo is a very unique scent profile, especially from the designer realm. And with this here, this may be a conversation starter. It may be something someone smells and they may not really understand why you're wearing something like that. Does it smell bad? Absolutely not. I think it's a beautiful scent, but it is ultra unique and one of the rare DNAs that Gucci has put out, and I think they've done a great job, especially in a world where there's a lot of repetitive, in the designer world of fragrances, there's a lot of repetitive fragrances. It's just the truth. It is, all right? But this provides something different, just like Terod O Intent V O Intent Vetiver, just something different, not for the weak, not for everybody. The chili pepper, or the chili pepper spice in here could throw somebody off with some florals and some balsamic vinegar. Think about it, but get your nose on it. From the house of Gucci, we have Gucci Guilty EDP. Not for everybody, not for the weak at heart at all. Up next, man, this is one of the stronger leather fragrances in my collection, and boy, this is definitely for the OGs, for the guys who got they got that paper, they confident, they whip, they whatever they drive is clean, they whips is clean, they got it going. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have spicy leather. My God. You get this brief citrus, bergamot, lemon type of feel here, and then the leather and the saffron take over. Synthetic, yes. This is like new car leather. It smells like new. I'm talking about like from like a Mercedes or a top of the line like leather in there. And there's a notable spicy saffron kicking on top of that. Now, where this thing shines for me on my skin is in the dry down, in the mid to the dry down. The opening can be a bit challenging, and it can make some people run away. As a matter of fact, I've seen it in person. I've been shopping at my local dealers, and I've seen someone smell this, and they go, oh no, that's way too, oh no. I've seen it in person. But to my nose, I let it breathe on my skin. I worn it. I was blessed. My sister blessed me this on my birthday. So I was very excited to get it because I was really surprised that maybe she watched the video. I don't know, but I was surprised that she purchased me this for sure. And I really do like it. I love it actually because of what that leather and that saffron and that brief citrusy opening do off of my skin. So definitely not blind buy worthy in my opinion. You want to sample this, you want to sample all these, you want to get a good wearing for them. But the leather and the saffron are very interesting, and this is not for the weak. It is not. Really good performance as well. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have spicy leather. It's in the name. Spicy leather, it is in the name. All right, let's go to the Middle Eastern world. And this is one of the more challenging fragrances in my entire collection, but I really do enjoy it, especially on a really cold winter's day. From the house of Lattafa, we have Al Arik Silver. Al Arik Silver. Now, I don't know if this is a clone of anything or not. I have no idea, and I'm not really concerned with it at all. There's a very nice apple note, a green apple note in here, lavender up top, but then it is accompanied by a series of oud haymakers and leather haymakers. There's a spice to this as well. The apple is the only thing that keeps it really, really sweet. There's a brief, not brief, once you get down to the dry down, there's a calming appearance from, I'm guessing maybe an amber or vanilla, but in the air this stuff smells really, really good. Very masculine, very strong profile. I love the bottle. I love everything that was done with it. But listen, a lot of people will get their nose on this and they're gonna go that way, or they're gonna go this way. But if you know how to wear your fragrances and don't let your fragrance wear you, you can be successful with this profile. Again, great bang for your buck. You can get this for around $30 off Amazon or on your local discounters that sell clone fragrances, all right? But this is another great gem from the Middle Eastern world for sure. Man, I can't stress enough that don't blind buy this. But I love the profile. It's very interesting. It's very unique, and it is strong, and it's not for the weak. From the house of Lattafa, we have Al Arik Silver. Love that green and silver lineup, really, really dope. All right, two more left to discuss. Now, this is one that I've come around to. When I first smelled it, I did a review, a first impressions video on it, and I wasn't sure. I talked about it on one of my live streams, and I wasn't sure. But it's growing on me. From the house of Mont Blanc, we have Mont Blanc Platinum. Mont Blanc Platinum. This has a heavy dose of violet leaf. It's earthy, woody, masculine for sure. Very masculine. The violet leaf in here can come off almost like not gasoline like, but gasoline like, especially in the opening. You do get a synthetic feel in the opening, but once it starts to dry down and get to the mid and get to the base of the fragrance, it really starts to smooth out, and that vetiver and that earthiness, and I believe it's cedar wood in here as well. It's a dry approach to the fragrance. It really, really sits well, and it comes off very masculine. And this could be something where, you know, you wear it to the office or maybe a casual day. If you normally have to wear a suit and tie or a button up or some slacks or some hard bottoms, you normally have to wear those. But on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you could wear some jeans or something really light. But you want to keep that mystique going. You want to keep it masculine. You want to keep it direct. Looking at this one, man. Good performer as well. Good performer. It's not blind buy worthy to me. It's not blind buy safe to me at all. But it is interesting enough. And I'm not the biggest fan of violet leaf, but I really enjoy what this does as it dries down and as it lives on for sure. So from the house of Mont Blanc, we have Mont Blanc Platinum. Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. I believe that's the full name. All right. And last but not least, to end it with another rose fragrance that is very popular in the community, and a lot of people are more interested in this one, in this fragrance, more than ever. From the house of Machino, however you want to verbalize it, we have Toy Boy. Toy Boy. The bottle's wild and it's crazy, yes sir, but what's inside here is wild. Now, I've been told and I've read that some people think this smells like pickles or pickle juice in the opening of this thing, because you do get this unique, fresh and spicy spicy rose, and there's a fruitiness from a pear note up top. So I don't know if it's the quick combination of that in the open that gives off a pickly feel. I can see where somebody's coming from that, but I really get a fresh rose, and then I get that spiciness and I get that sweetness that's lying right up underneath the rose note in here for sure. Excellent fragrance. I like to wear this on rainy days, cooler days, not so hot days. I really like to wear this during that time. But you know, fellas, you probably smell this, you'd be like, oh no, like what are we doing? Nah, we're not wearing that type of floral. We're not doing, don't sleep now. Give it a chance, get you a sample, wear it on your skin and kind of see how it develops. But 9 times out of 10, just maybe in my opinion, the common nose are gonna, they're gonna go, nah, we're good. Let me get that Dior Sauvage and let me ride out. Not me. I wear this over Dior Sauvage any day, and the reason because it is interesting. It is interesting. I'm going to smell different. I'm going to smell unique. There's no one else around me that's going to be smelling like this or looking like this. And no one, because that's going to make me stand out. And it's true. So rose fragrance for sure, a masculine rose as some people have called it, and I have to agree with that. But this stuff is interesting, but it's not for everybody. That freshness of that rose with the spiciness and the fruitiness is going to come off as intimidating. It just is, but not to me, and I really, really enjoy it. Not for the weak at heart at all. From the house of Maso Toy Boy, we have Toy Boy. All right. Now this is one I wouldn't really consider it masculine, but it's a masculine rose fragrance, sure. But the rest of them, oh yeah. So this video was inspired yet again, just of more masculine, stronger fragrances. Fragrances are not for everybody, that are not for the weak. When I say not for the weak, I mean just your nose just might not be ready for it. Not calling anyone out there weak, but just your nose, because you have to come around to some of these fragrances for sure. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below in the comments, Smell Good family, what are some of the fragrances that you feel that are not for the weak at heart and that are not for everybody, but you really enjoy them. Let me know. Put me on something down in the comments. Let me know for sure. All right, so until next time, Smell Good family, splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world, yes, you, yeah, you, is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, y'all be cool. And as always, I shouldn't have did that, but